If there's one complaint I get from people about gardening, it's about weeds taking over their garden beds and smothering out their favourite plants. A chef about 20 years ago in California started what has become an international revolution. You see, he started foraging street verges, vacant blocks and, well, basically wastelands almost, picking out plants that he could use in salads. Now, of course, he was looking at weeds in a completely different way, the way that they can be used, and this has become a massive trend worldwide. I bet you there's a whole bunch of plants in your garden that are not actually weeds, but incredibly valuable assets. So what is a foraged food? Well, in my garden, the classic would be this weed, which comes up in a lot of my garden beds, flooding the soil, sometimes smothering plants out. Now, the only thing with this is the foliage is brilliantly fragrant with a wonderful citrus scent. Know what it is? It's lemon balm, and it's absolutely sensational when you use it in stir-fries and salads. It's great with meats, particularly pork and chicken, and when you put it with seafood and even fish, well, it's just magnificent. So, in my garden, this is not a weed, this is an asset. Another weed that is a nightmare for some people is this one, Portulaca. Look at it, it takes off, smothering garden beds, and if you dig it out, it drops seeds and even a leaf will drop roots and start growing a whole new plant. Okay, who of you out there are taking fish oil tablets? It's okay, be honest, you can stick your hand up. Look, most people take them because they want the benefits of the omega-3 fatty acids that the fish oil is rich in. Well, here's a fact you probably didn't know. You see, fish, in fact, there is no animal that actually manufactures omega-3 fatty acids in its system. The fish are getting them from krill, and the krill eats algae. And guess what? On land, the best source of omega-3 fatty acids, it's this plant growing in your garden. So adding the foliage to a salad or maybe to a stir-fry, it's far better for you than any fish oil tablet will ever be. This one here is mistakenly called deadly nightshade. Now, it's not. It's actually a wonderful edible plant known as the blackberry or huckleberry nightshade. It was introduced during the gold rush as a vegetable, but the Greeks were using it as a skin tonic for common skin diseases over 2,000 years ago. By the way, the blackberries are absolutely delicious. Suddenly, you're looking around the backyard and you realise that it's not full of weeds, it's actually full of food assets. Now, there are so many of these plants, things like, well, nasturtiums, of course, dandelions, even stinging nettles, they're all good for you and they taste fantastic in salads. So why don't you use them that way? And the good news is, if you do, well, they are no longer weeds, so there's no more back-breaking work weeding the garden.